Hey everybody, we're going to have another Dollar Tree meal today, and I'm going to show you all the ingredients from the Dollar Tree that we're going to use, and then I'm going to go and get everything ready, and then I'll come back and we'll put it together and cook it. So what we're going to use, and let me say before I forget, I'm making kind of a big batch of this because it can be frozen. And you can take a few out at a time and heat them up for a snack or for another meal or whatever you want. So you don't have to use as much ingredients if you don't want to freeze some for yourself or if you're not feeding a big family. But I'm using 2 containers of the jumbo biscuits. This is a new cheese that I just saw last time I was there. It's like the pepper jack cheese, except it's the cheddar cheese, the white cheddar cheese with black pepper in it, which I think will be really good. I got 2 banquet meals, meatloaf and Salisbury steak. And this one has macaroni and cheese with it, and this one has mashed potatoes with it. And as a side, we're just going to have some pot stickers. I'm just going to cook these in the microwave. There are several ways you can cook them, but I'm just going to cook these in the microwave, put a little butter on them, and we'll have them with what I'm making. So I'll get everything ready, and I'll be right back and we'll get started. I've gotten everything ready, so now I'm going to show you the next step. And I did some of it partially so that you wouldn't have to sit and watch the same thing over and over. But I've taken these biscuits and you cut them in half horizontally. And they're pretty easy to do since they're the grands. And you need to use a serrated, like a steak knife to do this. They cut real easily if you do that. Then just put them in a muffin pan or a muffin thing. These are the silicone muffin things, cupcake things, you know what I'm saying. And just, like I say, cut them in half. Then, you need to get a cup that will fit down in your holes with just a little bit of room to spare around it. And then I have a little bit of flour in a bowl. You don't need but a little bit. And go around to each cup. This first one, it's going to be a little hard there. I don't know if you can see, but that just makes a nice little cup out of the bread that you put in there. It's got little sides on it. And be sure and use flour because it'll be harder to get your cup out if you don't. And so while I'm doing this, I was going to talk to you about my recipes. And y'all know that I do quick, simple recipes that I try to think about what might be in your pantry and won't cost a lot to make. And I know, or I don't know if you know, but I'll tell you again if you don't, but my father passed away when I was young, and my mother was left to raise me and my sister, and she cleaned houses for a living, and she did the best she could do with us, but she taught me most everything I know about cooking, and how to be frugal, and it's the way I've been all my life. So I try to think outside of the box when I cook and make things last and use everything that is before me. So, like this dish is a little weird, but sometimes you want something other than just a TV dinner. So anyway, I try to help y'all stretch your money like I've had to do and have a good meal. So I just wanted to share that with you. So now we've got all of our biscuits down in our things. So what I'm going to do is I cooked the TV dinners. I took the meat and cut it up. And so what I'm going to do on half of these, and I got to figure out how much is half. I'll just kind of guess. I'm going to take the macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to put, I think I'm putting too much, but put some macaroni and cheese down. And see, when you have a lot of these, you'll have plenty to stick in your freezer and have for a later meal. And my suggestion when you're heating anything with bread in it that's been in the freezer is to put it on defrost to heat it, and not just regular cook, because it'll really help with your bread not getting hard, which you know is something microwaved bread does. So I'm putting the macaroni and cheese in half of these. Then I'm going to take the mashed potatoes, and I'm going to put those in the other half. And with this, as you probably have guessed, we're going to put the cheese on top. And if this cheese is like the cheese I was telling you about, the pepper cheese, it melts really good, which is a problem a lot of people have with Dollar Tree cheese. But you can use whatever kind of cheese you want and make it however you like it. If you want to put some sort of sauce on this or something, you can. Just whatever you want to do. Now, I've got all that done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the meat on top of that, and I'll put some of this meat on the potatoes, some on the macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit. And to me, I cannot tell the difference between macaroni and cheese and the Salisbury steak. I think it kind of tastes alike. But this meat stretches pretty well, pretty far. And that little bit of sauce it has on it is good. Put a few over here. Okay, I think that was meatloaf, but I'm not sure. Anyway, now we'll put this one. And it's always fun to walk around the Dollar Tree. Look at the items that they have for sale and see if you can think of, you know, just something to make for dinner with what you see on the shelves. That's what I do a lot of times. I know this isn't in frame, I'm sorry. But I'll be finished here in just a minute. Alright. So we have that done. And let's see, I'm going to put a little bit over here. And a little bit right there. Now, I took the cheese that we had, the pepper, cheddar pepper. It's really soft. It's going to melt beautifully. And I think that little bit of pepper in it's going to taste good. So I'm going to use all of this because you know I love cheese. But I have to make sure I don't run out before I get it covered. And I think these would be real good for a tailgating or some sort of ball game or something. I think they would be good. You could use different TV dinners like the ribs, or maybe you could use the spaghetti one and put a little garlic powder on your biscuits, a little butter and garlic powder. And I just think that would be good. Okay, that worked out just perfectly. So these are ready to go in the oven. You're supposed to cook these at 375, which is what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to cook them as long because they're not as thick. And while they're cooking, I'm going to microwave the pot stickers because we're just going to have those as a side. I thought that I had some either tater tots or French fries, and I didn't. So the pot stickers, they're Dollar Tree pot stickers, and we'll just have those, like I say, with a little butter and salt and pepper on them. And so I'll be back when they're done, and we'll give them a try. Okay, they finished, and let's give them a look. As you know, when I bake something, I like to take it out of whatever it cooked in immediately because I feel like it makes the bread hard if it sits in it. So these went about 7 minutes, and they're golden brown. And I had that plate and some on this plate. And they really smell good. I'm really tickled with the cheese, how well it melted. And then there's 2 on here for when I taste. And, well, I should have left that down. Here is the pot stickers. And like I said, I just microwaved them, and when they came out, I put some butter and salt and pepper on them. I'm not a big pot sticker fan, but it was something to have with these. And just fix them. There's several ways on the package how to fix them. Just fix them how you want them and eat whatever you want on them. But I'm going to try this and see what I think. They're very soft. I don't know if you can tell. That cheese is fantastic. It really makes the dish. The bread is really good. It didn't overcook, and very good. I'm very happy with this. I hope you give it a try and enjoy it. They have mashed potatoes, like the I know there's some mashed potatoes in some of these, but I think this would be good with a serving of mashed potatoes with it, or green beans or something like that. Anyway, I hope you make them, and I hope you enjoy them, and I appreciate you watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.